Alright everyone, welcome back to the Theta Communications YouTube channel. Today we're going to be going over some questions and comments from our previous YouTube video and diving into what they mean for Theta token holders. First and foremost, of course, let us thank our Theta stakers as well as our Tfuel stakers over on ThetaCommunications.com. Greatly appreciate all of your support. You guys make all this content possible. As well as make sure to go over to the YouTube channel, make sure to like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube channel to boost Theta related content in the YouTube algorithm. Alright, let's dive into our question here. If Theta Labs gets acquired by Google, then what does that mean for token holders within the ecosystem? There's a huge value proposition as a token-based model, right? And the ultimate goal with a token model is to prevent things like this from happening from organizations, right? We discussed in the previous video, Apple and Google are losing their ability to do anti-competitive behavior by monetizing with each passing developer, with each passing SEO. They're losing some of that traction there. So what better way than to be running the operating system of tech currency, right? So what we have here with the validators, we have Google here, you have Samsung, Sony, each placing their foothold, CAA I'll add in there as well too, each placing their foothold to this new consortium of organizations and companies that need to be building within an ecosystem, within a currency model that is not under their control directly, right? Because if they don't directly control the vote weight, the token share, right, like the inflation, then they have no ability to be affected like this within a court of law. So all of these steps in these proceedings are to maneuver away from chances of these things happening, because these things end up costing lots of money, billions of dollars, lawyers on top of everything as well, and it ends up stifling some of the business growth. So an acquisition by Google would be an amazing thing for that company as well as the token holders, because the tokens are playing the direct role in the governance process, right? Now with Theta, we haven't really seen the governance elements, right? Like we have Snapshot over here that a lot of tokens utilize, where, let's go over to the Aave one. Well, I won't log in here, but basically you'll be able to vote on proposals within your community based around your token stake weight. So in the future, that will be a bigger thing for the Theta token holders, right? And will have more significant impact. Now the question being would be, okay, well, why would Google want that, right? Why would Google want all of us as participants to potentially throw a wrench in some of their votes, right? Well, it's what they need to survive, because if they don't do this, then this just keeps happening right here over and over and over again, and these judges are going to slam down even harder, right, as the government needs to cut expenses, cut costs, right, and prevent some of these things, bringing about more competitive behavior within the economy, right? We have things like Vaultco over here, right, where you see you can vote on a proposal, so there's this VKA buyback reward, and the community votes with their tokens, right? This case votes against, and this is just a good sample of what we want to see with the Theta token, right? We want to see and be able to vote on proposals within the ecosystem, and then those proposals have direct impact on direction and maneuverability on chain, right? Especially with subchains, but overall for the main chain and moving things forward. So hopefully that helps in understanding, what we really need to see and why that benefits the token holders, right? Tfuel becoming the de facto currency. A lot of people say, well, why do we need a like a non-US dollar based currency? Doesn't US dollar work just fine? And that sets up a whole other layer on top as well, where your governance coin is not your spend currency. If your governance coin is your spend currency, you have conflicting interests, right? and a shuttling of vote share through that process, right? Inflation within a tech currency isn't too bad because you have new innovation to drive forward and new incentive to create velocity and create lockup within those things. Ultimately, the decentralizing elements of a cryptocurrency across a vast basket of unique holders is the necessary element to prevent these kinds of things from happening, while also providing, with an acquisition, Google, if they were to own this tranche or this share here, a good revenue stream from development and growth within the Theta ecosystem, right, by their developers. So if you had products or Play Store related stuff all flowing through on a subchain, you then have flow through within Tfuel, which then sparks and spawns a higher Theta price, right? It's all about getting that flywheel moving in the correct direction. And jumpstarting an economic machine is not super easy because it requires network effect. But once it gets going, it's very hard to unwind. And I think with things like this, you need to do something about it, right? And it's future forecasting, but by not doing this or not laying the groundwork like they have so far right here, they potentially have an existential threat underpinning them. So, all right, everyone. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Take care, and I will see you all at ThetaCon 2024 and on Tfuel Island. Take care. Bye-bye.